so kindly allow me to, I'm going to talk to you today about trauma. Trauma that happens over time, chronic trauma. This isn't a single horrible event, it's years of it. Ongoing childhood abuse or neglect, growing up in an unsafe or unpredictable home, long-term bullying, captivity, coercive control. Why is it so hard to get past trauma? Well, it shapes how your nervous system develops. People don't just remember the trauma, they learn the world through it. It can affect self-worth, boundaries, and the ability to feel safe even decades later. There's so many different types of trauma. It's a bloody traumatic world that we live in. You've got betrayal trauma. That's harm caused by someone you depended on and trusted, usually primary caregivers, partners, authority figures, or close friends. It's brutal because the mind has to hold two conflicting truths. This person was supposed to protect me, and this person hurt me. That clash messed with memory, trust, and even one's sense of reality. Many people blame themselves just to make the world feel predictable again. You've got childhood trauma, of course, especially when it involves emotional neglect, being unseen, unheard, or invalidated, growing up feeling like love was conditional, or having to grow up too fast. This trauma tends to linger because kids don't have the language or power to process what's happening at the time. So instead of thinking this situation is bad, they think I am bad. And that belief can quietly run a person's adult life until it's gently challenged. Trauma tied to identity is another prevalent form. Being when harm targets who you are, not just what happened. Racism, homophobia, religious or cultural shaming, systemic oppression. This trauma cuts deep, as you can't just leave your identity behind. The trauma gets reinforced by the outside world, sometimes subtly, sometimes loudly, and healing often means reclaiming pride and safety in yourself, not just processing memories. You have sexual trauma, which is particularly damaging across any age, but especially in childhood. Sexual abuse, assault, coercion, this can be hard to heal because it tangles with shame, bodily autonomy, pleasure, and consent. Many survivors feel disconnected from their bodies or struggle with intimacy, not because they're broken, but because their system learned that closeness wasn't safe. You have moral injury, which is often linked to mental conditions such as PTSD. That's when someone does or is forced to participate in something that violates their core values. For example, combat situations, medical or caregiving decisions, survival choices. It can haunt people, as it's not just fear or grief, it's guilt, shame, and who am I now? You've got ambiguous loss too. That's loss without closure and covers missing people, dementia, estranged loved ones, death without answers. This is uniquely painful trauma because there's no clean ending. The brain keeps searching for resolution that never comes, which can freeze grief in place. One important thing people often minimize is their own trauma, because others had it worse, or nothing that bad really happened, or I should be over this by now, surely. But trauma isn't about the event. It's about how overwhelmed and alone someone felt inside of the event. So with knowledge and awareness of all these types of trauma, the question is, how do we get past it? Follow for part 2, where I'll be sharing answers to this very question.
Thank you for watching.
さよなら。